Empowering farmers with intelligence. EFL Ag Data presents to you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the EFL Ag Data Podcast Philippines, where we discuss the latest market trends and updates in the feed and livestock industry. I'm Alvin, your host, and today we are discussing on the pork industry in the Philippines. And it's been quite a year for them, especially with the threat of African swine fever na nagpapasakit ng ulo ng ating mga magbababoy. And we are fortunate to have with us today, nagbigay ng kanyang time for us, Sir Christian. Thank you. Our local resource person here in the Philippines joining us today to help us break it all down. Welcome, Christian.
Thank you, Alvin. Happy to join you. And as you said, we will discuss the current goings on in the Philippine swine industry. And 2024 has been quite a challenging year, and we still expect to see more challenges to come in the near future.
It's been a year for our swine industry here in the Philippines. So let's get right into it. Pinakamalaking issue na kinasasakit talaga ng ulo ng ating pig farmers, the issue in African swine fever. So this disease has been hitting the Philippines hard for years now. No, pig farmers are incurring losses after losses dahil sa sakit na to. But one of the big stories this year is yung pag-increase ng ating pork imports. And nakita natin as we follow, we are seeing a steady rise in the amount of pork imports coming in. And maybe pwede nyo pong sabihin sa amin, what's actually driving that?
That's correct. Yeah. Because the Philippines has always been a net importer of pork, not just because of ASF. It has been doing pork imports even before that. But because of the havoc created by ASF, which reduced the Philippine hog production numbers, we've seen imports as the source to fill in the gap of pork production. And 2024 has seen a massive increase in pork importation for between January and June, or that 6-month period. Pork imports have risen by close to 50%. From 42 million kilos in January, that has jumped to 63 million kilos. Let's always be aware that this government and all the other governments that we've seen is wary of inflation, and they don't want that pork prices will skyrocket, and hence pork importation has been a way seen as to fill in that gap and avoid massive increases in pork prices.
If you look into it po, parang masyado naman yatang malaki yung jump na yon. And then I've also heard na yung number naman ng ASF cases natin has been going down sa first half ng year. So kung iisipin, fewer cases, bakit tumataas pa rin yung import natin? Parang one could question what's going on there.
I think what's driving that big jump in importation is that the government ay nababahala if pork prices will go up because supply is not sufficient. So that's one. They're trying to ensure that there is ample supply into the Philippine local or domestic market. Kaya better build up on pork importations rather than wait when it's already absolutely necessary and prices have gone up. True, in the first half of this year, ASF cases were not as much as they were previously reported in previous quarters or even previous years. But it's highly possible that there were fewer cases because we've seen a reduction in hog inventories already. People were staying away from raising pigs until they were sure that ASF was already gone. And so hence the pork production numbers, yung supply, local supply, has still been insufficient to satisfy the local market demand.
Yeah, that makes sense naman kung syempre kung konti na din nag-aalaga ng baboy, so we could see that maybe yung cases kumukonti din, di ba? And but it sounds like na yung ating local producers, nahihirapan pa rin talaga sila. They're having a hard time bouncing back, going back into normal business. But I've heard that hog production actually declined in the first quarter of the year, which must have been a surprise. Kasi after seeing yung steady recovery natin for 7 straight quarters, steady naman ng natin, ang recovery. But can you tell us what's actually causing the decline?
It's really wariness about whether we've gone over the hump sa ASF challenge. Note that the Philippines is still largely smallhold farmers. Mas maraming nag-aalaga ng baboy na small scale, right? So, hirap silang pumasok. One, the supply of piglets are not as available as before because breeder herds have been limited, and most of that is within the commercial farms who would prefer to grow it themselves because the prices are good. And because of the big effect of ASF, it does take some time for the pig herd to recover. It will take years, even not just quarters, to get back to where it was before ASF, right? And then there is also regional imbalance. Luzon largely, although we know that ASF hit nationally, but Luzon, Calabarzon, and Central Luzon, which were the main production centers, were the worst hit, right? And so once you take that out of the equation, Visayas and Mindanao will not be enough to cover for the loss, right? And it's not easy to ship live pigs or even pork products now across regions because each region or each province is now imposing certain restrictions on receiving or importing these goods.
Yeah. Correct. That's right. And kung titingnan po natin, yung recovery is hindi siya pare-pareho across the country. Yung ibang region, they're recovering well. Yung iba, it's a different kind of story. And on top of all this, we've got the rising demand for pork. So we know, bare months pa lang, Pasko na dito, and what more pa kaya kung sa talagang holiday season na. So do you think with the demand coming in with the holiday season, do you think we can meet the demand, or yung import natin will continue to rise?
Yes. So like you said, yung Pasko or bare months pa lang, the demand is expected to rise well into towards the end of December, spill over into New Year's Day celebrations, right? However, nationally, domestic pork production will still not be enough. So again, worry of inflationary forces, importation is expected to continue to fill that gap and will increase. Another thing is, even if demand in Metro Manila or big metropolises or demand centers, kahit expected yung demand, but Cebu o Iloilo or Jensan, hindi basta-basta makapag-ship ng baboy to serve that demand in Metro Manila because of the restrictions. Each region, each province is imposing very strict regulations on movement of pigs or even pork products. So, mahirap gawin, and it will take a long time, and it's going to be more expensive. Whereas with importation, pasok sa ports of Manila to serve the demands of Mega Manila, for example, right? So kaya nga minsan babagsak yung presyo in Cebu or other provinces kasi they now have oversupply for their local demand. At kaya nga ang effect nun, babagsak yung farm gate. So it's a complicated and very dynamic market, so it's not very easy to quickly resolve.
In fact, there is a USDA forecast that the pork imports in the Philippines could hit 510 metric tons next year, which is about 6% increase from this year. So I think we could say na yung imports natin will likely continue to grow. And yung local industry natin still have a long road ahead. And with this current situation with the ASF threat, I know that there have been some actions now that have been implemented. Yung ASF vaccine plus I think yung control natin, border controls ng ating logistics. Maybe you could share us kung ano yung magiging outlook moving forward.
Well, like we said at the beginning, it will remain to be challenging for the local swine industry. And you're right. People are hopeful that the ASF vaccine will be expanded and made more comprehensive across all the production centers. So that hopefully, if indeed it can effectively control ASF, then we will see local production go up and local supply, which will in effect cause the reduction of importation. And hopefully also now with the recent law, smuggling of pork will also be much lessened. But what we've seen is that even commercial farms have been very cautious in expanding production numbers. And if anything, it is happening more in the bigger commercial farms, corporate even, because they have the finances to do that expansion. But on the backyard and semi-commercial, the hog population expansion has been very, very slow, if not even contraction in the backyard segment. So really, it's going to be challenging, and importation will continue to be the quick relief valve to address the supply gaps.
All right. Well, thank you for those insights, Christian. Definitely, we have to keep an eye kung anong development ng ating pig industry. Especially na papalapit na yung Pasko, demands will increase, and we'll continue to look at how things would play on. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in another episode of EFL Ag Data Podcast Philippines. We'll continue to give you the updates of the pig industry in the Philippines. We'll be back with more. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.